God damn. Well, hello everybody, and happy Halloween here on your October 31st. Bro, tomorrow is November. Indeed it is. Indeed it is, man. It is it is definitely it is definitely flying by here so far in 2025. Hey, you know what's really crazy, bro? It seems like just yesterday it was January 6th, and it was the fucking debut of Raw on Netflix, and it was the beginning of the year and Royal Rumble season and all that good stuff all over again. And here we are already, and it's about to be November tomorrow. So kind of crazy how everything moves, but I can say that that is probably not a good thing for WWE because 2025, I thought, was supposed to be a phenomenal year for the company. However, it kind of just ends up being one of the most disappointing years in recent memory, at least for the level of hype that it had. At least with a lot of those Vince years, we didn't we didn't really expect
There's no
much.
hype in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't really expect much out of the new year, or out of going into a new year to begin with. And some years turned out okay, some years didn't. But um, yeah, kind of crazy, man. But it is Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody out there. Um, if you do have kiddos, or maybe you even are a bit younger and watching us, God bless you. But hope you guys have fun trick or treating, and hope you guys have your fun trick or treating with your kids, whichever one it may be. Hope you guys have fun, stay safe, and yeah, happy Halloween. So, uh, with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, we are on here with Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. And every pay-per-view for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review, man. Speaking of that, we will be live tomorrow night for Saturday night's main event. So we will be live for that. Hopefully we get to see CM Punk win the World Heavyweight Championship. I think so, but you never know. This is Jey Uso, and this is this is
2025.
I was gonna say this is 2025 in WWE, and this is Triple H at the end of the day. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm pretty sure we should be seeing Punk get the belt. But yes, so like I said, we will be live tomorrow night with that. Saturday, like I said, Saturday night's main events, post-show review. And then obviously we're going to end you guys off here today with predictions. We're going to start you guys off with AEW news because there is one. This Halloween, definitely, this Halloween episode here today, episode 290, which Manager Logan says, 10 episodes away from episode 300.
It's insane, dude. That is insane.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is. So okay. Sorry, I had to fix something there. Yeah, 10 episodes away from 300, bro. Crazy, crazy work. However, if you guys did miss this past Tuesday's episode of Unscripted, that is available for you guys on all platforms now. That is oh God, that's really retro. I almost said Anchor. God, that's when that was
Anchor.
still a thing. That's man. I just put us back in fucking 2022. Good God. If you guys did miss Unscripted, that's available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live on YouTube. Like I said, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, Friday at 3 p.m. Central, and for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review, man. Also, if you guys haven't got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece of merchandise on there live as we speak, man. And with that being said, If this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead. Tell the people, please tell the people what you are smiling about today.
Man, it's gonna be a good weekend, man. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody, man. I love Halloween. I would say it is my favorite holiday of the year. I just love the fall and I love Halloween, and it's been good. It's gonna be a good weekend. We got Saturday night's main event, man. We could see Cody Rhodes pin Drew McIntyre again. What better holiday thing is that?
Man,
Um, but um, but I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just been chilling out, man. Waiting for each one of these weekends. We got this one, and then after this, I think we got 5 more shows to review and watch for the rest of
whoa.
2025, and moving on to 2026, man. So always excited for that. Episode 300, very close, 10 weeks away. I think January 9th will be episode 300. I was looking at the calendar. I think it should be January 9th.
Man,
Crazy, crazy times coming up, man. Does not feel like 2025 is basically almost over. This year fucking flew by. And WWE they've had a rough year so far, man. They had a rough year. But I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling, dude. Just chilling. I feel like I say this almost every podcast, but guys, don't be upset. But I still have hardly progressed and dying like the beast. It's been
Same.
busy, man.
I think
It's been busy. Very
it's
very
been really
busy.
busy.
Yes, if it's not long days during the week, it's a lot of shit to do during the weekend. Forgive me, guys, but yeah. So still trying to slow slowly
We
inch
got the one
ourselves.
mission.
I was gonna yeah, slowly inch ourselves towards that and um playing that a little bit more. But yes, we do have 5 shows, man, and after tomorrow night, we will have 4 dates left for pay-per-views in or for premium premium live event and pay-per-view post-show reviews in 2025. So, yeah, after we got 5. So after tomorrow, we'll have 4 dates.
Got full gear.
We'll be with
Mm-hmm.
yep, we'll be with we'll be with John Cena, man. We'll have 4 dates left as well. Yep, Full Gear, Survivor Series, Saturday night's main event, World's End. Bam. Um
Dead man. My favorite.
where are the World's End's in Chicago, bro. Hey,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I
It's
forgot.
that's in the Sears Center, bro. After Christmas, after everybody's dead broke, Tony Khan wants you to take the ride out to Schaumburg to head over to
Like it costs any money to go to them shows.
the Now Arena. Yeah, I was gonna say we could probably get in fucking general admission pay per view for like fucking $15. I wonder if the tickets are on sale for that yet. I wonder.
Assume so, I would think. Maybe. I have no clue with AEW.
AEW, man. This could be our chance to hear the Death Riders song live and in living color.
That would be cool.
Now that
That
I
would be
just said
cool.
that song actually probably goes ridiculously tough in person. I'm sure it does.
It's probably insane in person. I'm sure it is, dude.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Probably not.
It's interesting.
Um,
Probably not, but you never know. We'll
who
see
am
how
I
cheap
kidding?
they are.
I
They're dirt cheap.
was gonna say if they're $20, then hey, just
Maybe,
saying.
maybe.
The only thing that would suck though about going to an AEW show, most of the appeal to going to an AEW show, like for me, at least for me, and I've already seen him wrestle, so again, that's it's not like like I gotta see this guy wrestle, but one of the main guys
Like, well,
I would go to an AEW show to see, just because he's one of my favorite wrestlers currently today. Probably in general, I would say he's probably next to Ilya Dragunov for me as probably the best in-ring performer in the business today is Will Ospreay, and he's fucking hurt. So that, because like, I would have been ridiculously happy if I went to World's End last year, because Will Ospreay wrestled twice on that show and had two fucking match of the. I was watching that show by myself, and I was still going fucking ballistic watching this man fucking try to win the C2 against Okada in during that show. So which I want to say was the main event to, or no, I think Moxley was in that fatal
it
four-way.
wasn't mine. Yeah, I think that
Oh
fatal
god.
four-way was.
Oh,
Oh
that
man,
was that Moxley title reign, man. If it wasn't all in
oh, it was
Texas,
horrible.
or what was the other good match he was in? Oh, it was that Anarchy in
Oh,
the
what was,
Arena match? It was that Double or Nothing.
yeah,
He did not have a he didn't have a good match where he defended that world championship, man. Other than All In, that was fucking phenomenal. But hey, that's neither here or there. But yeah, that does suck. I guess the only appeal, like we were, we're joking about it, but it's actually probably true. I guess the only appeal to going to an AEW show in today's day and age is hearing the Death Riders song in person, because that is just
literally,
that is a classic.
that really is.
Speaking of the Death Rider song, I'm about to put you guys on to some real game. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Normally
put
I
us on
wouldn't
game.
normally I wouldn't give this advice to any wrestling fans, because, half the time they fucking smell. Either they smell, they're fucking weird, but one thing is guaranteed is they do not exercise, right?
I
So
don't.
you guys are different. So I'm gonna put you guys onto some game. If you're ever
Okay,
in the gym, you have to listen to the Death Rider song, bro. That shit
that shit.
that shit is a gym anthem, bro. That song, God, talk about something that'll just get you in the zone, man. Talking about the Death Rider song.
That shit does.
Come on,
That shit
bro.
locks you in, dude.
Yeah, that is an absolute classic. Which is kind of crazy, because there's a lot of people that don't like it. There's a lot of people that think that's
Oh
generic. I've never heard a guitar riff like that. I haven't.
no, that shit is so fucking good, man. That shit is a classic.
Now, I've heard some pretty dark, I guess, guitar riffs, but that one, there's just something in that one. I don't know what they did to it, but there's
It's
just
just
something
got
in
it.
it. It does. It just has it.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. All right. So we got. Speaking of AEW, man, we have one, and I mean singular. You know what I just thought about? Now that we're on the topic of AEW, I'm gonna throw this out there. Could you imagine? I mean, honestly, could you ever fathom a match between Will Ospreay
Yeah.
and Ilya Dragunov?
That shit would be, man, that would be perfect, dude. That shit would be insane. They would be literally murdering each other. It'd be great.
I don't know why that just popped in my head. Well, it was because we were just talking about Will Ospreay, and I came across a picture of Ilya Dragunov, but kind of crazy, bro. Kind of crazy.
It
However,
really, that'd be, man.
yes, like I said, man, we have one AEW story today. Um, literally one. We just have one. So yeah. Okay. There. Okay. Took me. Okay, I found it. All right. Well, two stories, but they're about the same people. Private Party. Private Party is still suffering from their on-screen sabbatical, as we have not seen them since Well, okay, that
What's
I
that,
couldn't tell
dude?
you. But we haven't seen them
Fuck.
for a very long time. Well, I remember they lost the tag team
When did they win
championships
them?
in like they won them at was that Wrestle Dream last year or Full Gear? I know they beat the Young Bucks for them. I know that.
Mm-hmm. I yeah.
You do not remember that. But it's
Damn.
okay. uh, but yes,
I
they
remember that they won it. I don't remember which pay-per-view they won it at. I'm trying
was
to
it
really
Wrestle
fucking
Dream
think.
or was it?
Mhm.
Was it like oh no, wasn't it Fright Night Dynamite last year?
Oh, was it? Because I remember that episode was good last year. I think it might have been that episode.
Let me see. If I actually remembered that correctly, I've got to be like a wrestling encyclopedia at this point. Yes, they won the tag team championships in the main event of Fright Night Dynamite last week in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Wolstein Center.
Yeah. Dude, I remember that that episode was good, and I remember that they won them sometime. But that makes sense.
Yes. Well, there you go. So, Private Party. They have been I want to say we've seen them once or twice again in the tag division since then. However, man, what I can say, when Tony Khan had them lose the tag team championships, I know it was because of the Hurt Syndicate, but they they mopped the floor with those guys. And again, I know it was the Hurt Syndicate, but I don't think you had to make them look. I mean, they got absolutely destroyed for those championships, man. Which, if you had a tag division that was full and healthy, maybe you can afford to do something
Fine.
like that. But you do not. And it
No.
made that whole situation so much worse. It really did. But according to Fightful, Private Party are still under AEW contract despite their on-screen absence. It is unknown when their deals expire, but it is reportedly suggested that their contracts expire at different times. So this is interesting because, obviously, if they want to stay a tag team, which I'm assuming they do, these guys obviously are like it says they're up at different times. This is probably because Mark Quinn was out for there was a point in time, it was before they came back, maybe a little over a year ago, where it seemed like Mark Quinn was gone for like a year and a half. I mean, he was gone forever.
It's
And
going for a long time.
yeah, and Isaiah Cassidy was just random shit. I think it was like hanging out with the Hardy Boys or something. Fucking Tony Khan probably had him as a part of the conglomeration. Who knows what Tony Khan was doing with him? He probably contemplated putting him in the fucking Don Callis family at the time. But Mark Quinn, well, you get the point. Mark Quinn was gone for a very, very long time. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. And obviously that's something that sucks. I always hate when I always hate when you know tag teams are made to come up at different times and then one has to wait for the other one to be done. So it definitely does suck. It definitely does suck. But I'm sure it's something, if they did want to leave, I'm sure it's something that will get worked out. WWE will sign one of them and then just wait for the other guy. But either that or they'll sign one of them, put the one guy on TV, kind of what they did with Penta. They'll do that kind of thing if WWE wanted these guys really bad. But that's if they, but that's if they, decide that they do want to leave AEW because, um, you know, they what am I trying to say? There's never a chance. There's never not the chance that Tony Khan could give them money that they just cannot pass up on. However, um, I do think this is going to have to be a hump that they are going to have to get over. And what I mean by that is I think these guys, when their contracts are up, I think these guys are leaving. I think they have absolutely abandoned all hope with AEW. They gave them their token tag. Well, first of all, before that, they were trying to run this I don't even know if it was an angle. Maybe it was a normal thing or whatever. Hopefully it was an angle, because if not, then somebody over there is just an absolute idiot. But they were doing this whole thing where they were talking about breaking up for the longest time. Um, and maybe the tag team thing isn't working out. Maybe they got to go their separate ways. But then they got back together as a tag team. They gave them a token tag title run to try to get them to re-sign, and obviously, their deals, um, their deals are. It doesn't say when they're up, but obviously they're not expiring at the same time. And I honestly think that these guys probably more than likely have one foot out the door. Like I said, unless Tony Khan gives them some type of money that they absolutely, positively cannot pass up on, I completely see these guys. Leaving AEW. So unfortunately, I do think the contract thing is going to have to be a hump that they have to get over. But I think they will get over it, because I really do think that Shawn Michaels is foaming at the mouth to get these guys, man. And especially the state that WWE's tag division is. And there's so many great tag teams out there. I don't know why this is, I don't know why this is something that WWE continues to hold their breath on. Obviously, with Private Party, it makes sense because they are under contract, but there are free agents out there like the Righteous, and I don't know why WWE isn't just jumping all over that. But they should be. Like I said, I do think Shawn Michaels is foaming at the mouth to get these guys, and as he should be, man, because tag teams across WWE, the divisions, just they need it. They absolutely need it. So, but their deals do expire at different times, man. But again, it worked out for Penta and Ray Phoenix. It worked out for 90% of these other guys that it happens to, man. It's just a hump you have to get over.
It is. It just is, man. And I think they are going to be done. They got that token tag title run after, when they probably should have won it within like the first fucking 2 years of the company. They won it like fucking 6 years in, and it was cool, but it was just too late at the end of the day. And I think AEW really missed their opportunity with them. Private Party's really good. They're cool as hell. They got a great theme song. Um they're the better version of the Street Profits, if you ask me. So I really like them, and I would love for them to be doing good somewhere, and they're nowhere to be found right now, man. So I really hope whenever these deals come up, they go to NXT and then they go to the main roster, man. I think they're a great talent. I think they're really good. And I think they could do a lot, man. I would really like to see that. I think Tony Khan really failed them overall in AEW in the past fucking 7 years. Um, and I really hope that they could go on to do some really cool, dope shit, man. I really hope so. Who knows when their deal's up? That's obviously different times. Like the report said, one of them was injured for like a fucking year and a half. So who knows when maybe they can make a deal. I wouldn't be shocked if Tony Khan makes a deal, but maybe they do resign, for a bag. That wouldn't be shocking either, man. But if they're talking about the momentum of their careers, really hope when they get the option to leave, man. I think it would be best for the momentum of their careers.
100%. 100%. And with that, Fightful is also reporting the Hurt Syndicate have reportedly been giving Private Party advice on how to improve their careers. This is funny, man. I thought nobody liked the Hurt Syndicate. I thought they were, they
Yeah, I
were
thought they were
refusing to help
assholes
anybody.
backstage.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, I thought they're fucking beating up Speedball in the back, apparently, is what the reports at one point were fucking saying. And the
Yeah.
MVP hates
MVP
Speedball
hates
for
Speedball.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
I, I want to know what guy in the back does actually hate them for no reason that just feeds Meltzer this shit. Like, dude, why do you
Yeah.
got beef with these guys so much?
It, they were probably like they were probably like talking shit backstage in like a friendly manner, but some dude was listening that wasn't like familiar with them being friends, and he was probably like, "Oh my god,
What
he
an
fucking
asshole.
hates him. Huh. How
Oh my
how
god,
could he
I gotta
talk
tell
to him
Meltzer.
like that?" Yeah. Hold on, let me
Dave,
call Dave.
Dave,
MVP hates
Dave.
Speedball, which is so funny too, because have you ever seen interviews with like Bobby Lashley? Dude's like the nicest guy ever. It's just
Really?
like
I,
like
I, I follow Lashley. I don't know if it's Instagram or TikTok, and he literally just like one thing he likes to do, I guess, whenever they're in the city, he goes and like finds like a burger spot to review. Like he's like
really.
the nicest dude ever. Yeah, I remember I watched one a while ago. I don't know if he's still doing it. I don't remember if it was
He's
Instagram or
doing food
TikTok, but he was
reviews.
doing like burger review. He was doing burger reviews because I think he said that's like his favorite cheat meal was like a burger. So whatever town
Yes.
they're in, he goes to like find their best burger to eat. And it's like, what are you guys just making shit up for? Talking about MVP hates speedball. That was one of the funniest things to ever fucking happen, dude. Like,
I was
what?
yeah, because I follow I follow Bobby on I want to say it's Instagram, and he's always either he's posting videos of him working out, which he's a huge fucking inspiration
You
for me
tell.
for that, or he's fucking or he's he's like playing sports with his kids. Like, what? how you gonna how you gonna fucking sit there how you gonna fucking sit there and tell me this fucking family man is he's an asshole backstage? He's fucking refusing to put everybody over. Like, and even if he fucking is, he's Bobby fucking Lashley. What are you gonna tell me he's gonna fucking lay down
Yeah.
for Orange Cassidy? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Exactly. He's one of those people, well, there's a rep of the WWE people coming in. Out of all people, he could fucking do that shit. He's Bobby Lashley. Look at the fucking guy. Like, come on.
guy's got fucking MMA credentials. He's got MMA credentials. I think he has amateur wrestling background. He's a former WWE champion. He's fucking he's built like a fucking brick fucking shit house. And you're like, what you can't tell me that guy does not have a right to fucking stick up for his character. Like, get out of here, please. Um my God. And the Hurt Syndicate have law. Didn't they fucking lose to the Demand a couple weeks ago on Dynamite?
Yeah.
But hey,
Didn't they lose twice to the Demand in total? I think.
I think you're right. I think you are right. I think they have lost twice to them. But the moral of the fucking story is the Hurt Syndicate are giving private party advice, even though, they're assholes backstage.
Asshole.
Also, do you see Speedball's like clips of his
Oh,
vlog where him and MVP like, talk shit to each
just be like
other on
talking
there?
shit.
Oh, dude.
That shit get fuck you, Speedball. Like,
Hey,
bro,
MVP.
I saw
Fuck you,
MVP.
MVP.
And MVP was in an interview talking about like, I have no idea where that report came from. That shit is hilarious, dude. That was one of the funniest. I want to know who the fuck was so angry at the Hurt Syndicate they just made that shit up.
These guys are probably just talking shit to each other on some friendly shit, like, I don't know, any fucking human being does to a coworker that they're cool with. And I just know some nerd was just like, oh my God, he called him an asshole. Holy shit, let me get Dave on
Oh,
the phone.
Dave,
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 Speedball.
Dave. Oh my god.
Speedball's beefing with the Hurt Syndicate. He fucking hates MVP. Bobby Lashley's a fucking asshole. He told me I couldn't fucking play catch with them out in the fucking parking lot. And he told me I also couldn't go to the fucking burger spot to review with them. That's 100% what happened there. Fucking Bobby
100%.
fucking Lashley. My God.
Yeah.
So The Hurt Syndicate have reportedly been giving private party advice on how to improve their careers, including spending more time in the gym. This has reportedly been seen as very helpful for private party. Um,
Weren't they? Wasn't at least one of them yoked when they
uh,
came back? I thought I remember that, or like kind
so
of yoked.
I think what you're remembering is a couple, maybe like a month and a half, maybe like 2 months ago,
They
there
posted
was
a picture.
pictures that surfaced online of Mark Quinn, and dude was like absolutely ripped. Dude was absolutely ripped, and he was a lot, bulkier or whatever. And you know, as for private party, I would say, I would obvious. So in terms of their, I'm not saying the Hurt Syndicate are like wrong here or anything, because the gym is obviously overall going to help, especially when you get to WWE. They're going to want you to have some type of physique about you or
Oh,
whatever.
mhm.
So I think ultimately it will probably prep them for that. However, it obviously is good to, get in the gym, exercise, work your body out, look better, feel better, that whole type of thing. I wouldn't say that's the biggest problem that private party had though. I would say, and even, I can't even say it's like I can't even it's not even really anything that has to do with them. It's not obviously the physique is
It was the
overall
Booker.
going to help, their look and whatnot, but it really is a Tony Khan problem, man. I think these guys have charisma. I mean, maybe they can get a little better on the microphone. A lot of times when we do hear them talk, at least when we used to hear them talk, they kind of had that. To me, they kind of had that early Javon Evans syndrome, where he sounded like a fucking middle schooler cutting a promo amongst men, So they kind of had that problem for me. But even in the most recent years, again, like Javon Evans, they have improved a lot. They have improved a lot, and their promo ability. Again, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, but they're not bad. You know what I mean? They're not bad at
No.
all. There's not really a lot of problems with Private Party, man. I mean, for their overall health, I'm sure, maybe it's best they do get in the gym and whatnot, and get that whole thing situated. So I can get that piece of advice, man. This is also coming from Bobby Lashley. That man is absolutely fucking yoked. And Shelton Benjamin too. Hey guys, he's got to be in his 50s, man. And that man moves around. That man's fucking moving around.
Yes.
He moves around better than fucking Hikaleo. I mean, Shelton Benjamin? He's
Doesn't.
still a dog in his. He really is still a dog, and even in his older age,
Yeah.
man. So, but yeah, I mean, I mean, again, it is a good piece of advice. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not a good piece of advice, but that's not the biggest fish to fry when it comes to private party, man. I honestly think it's the Booker. I mean, look at what Tony Khan has done with the Hurt Syndicate themselves ever since they've lost the tag team championships. They're fucking feuding with Ricochet in the Gates of Agony. I mean, so it's just a Tony Khan thing, man. He has a hard time, booking tag teams. This guy just made FTR the fucking number one contenders again. So I mean, you get
Dude,
my point. He just has a fucking hard time at this. We as far as my knowledge served me, we were doing like a whole Acclaimed reunion thing. I don't even know what the fuck happened to that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what he's doing, bro.
I have no clue what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, but it's good to work out, and that's always a good thing to have going on. They didn't necessarily need it. I think they had all the pieces. It's just really a Tony Khan thing, man. He needs to get better with that shit, or they think when they get the opportunity, they need to get out of there.
Yes, they do. They need to. They absolutely need to escape. What did they call it? Guantanamo Bay. Um, What was the other one? Oh, it was
Alcatraz.
Paul Cottrell. Fucking Paul, dude. Fucking.
Guantanamo Bay is crazy.
But yeah, man, that is the news on Private Party, and that is the news on those selfish
They're
assholes
selfish.
known as the
Yeah,
Hurt Syndicate, who do not like anybody backstage, and they push their weight around, giving Private Party advice, man. So it seems like the Hurt Syndicate
look at that.
they've found a brighter day, man. It seems
When
like they're wholesome guys now.
exactly when Bobby Lashley is in between hanging out with his kids,
Yep,
and helping Private Party, he's
yep,
just an asshole. But other
yep.
than that, he's an asshole, man.
Yeah, you forgot. If he's not working out, hanging out with his kids, or testing the local burger spot, he's or helping Private
Just
Party,
being a
he's
dick
just a prick.
backstage.
He's just pushing everybody around backstage, just being he he's he's scaring everybody backstage, man. Fucking Bobby Lashley, got to watch out for that guy, man. But we got nothing else for AEW, bro. That is literally it for AEW. Private Party was the star of the show for AEW this week. So, with that being said, man, moving on here to our WWE news. But before we do that, we do have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP, W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving, man. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always got to shout out Dubby. Whether work, workout, whatever you may need the energy for. It's Halloween. Maybe you want to stay up all night trick or treating, watching scary movies, doing whatever you do on an awesome Halloween day, man. You got Saturday night's main event. If you have to stay up to watch Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso,
Oh,
unfortunately,
God.
probably back to back. If you want to stay up and you want to stay focused during that tiring time, try Dubby, man. It'll keep you awake. You won't have the jitters. You'll be focused and it'll taste good all at the same time.
There you have it, man. So, as always, shouts out and thank you to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at Notorious Heels, man. Well, uh, hmm.
I mean, we'd
Okay,
probably
well, I
start
was,
WWE with like a half AEW story.
I just looked at that. I was like, well, that makes sense. All right, man. AEW Super. Well, I don't know. His contract might have got
Well,
shredded up now.
we don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't think
whatever
he
the
knows.
fuck. Yeah, I don't even think he knows. Apparently, he's not reading the fine print. But Andrade. Um, people within. This is by Fightful. People within WWE have reportedly denied that the company has any plans to use Andrade again or want him back. So,
Then what are you doing?
yeah. Okay, that's fucking wonderful. So again, further proving my point, you only slapped the breach of contract on his contract because it was AEW and they didn't fucking expect him to jump over to AEW so quick. That proves to me right there that is the sole reason, the only reason why Andrade was slapped with a breach of contract on his 90-day no compete because they didn't expect him to go to AEW. Again, it says here they don't have any plans to use him. They don't want him back, which is contradictory to the report we heard last week from Uncle Dave. So why do it to him? So why do it to him? And I said last week, for those of you guys that did miss it, I said last week, it just sounds to me WWE released him because they were like, he burnt his bridge with Tony Khan. He's never going back there. So, we can cut ties with this guy. Little did they know, come to find out, Andrade and Tony Khan, Andrade left AEW very respectfully, told Tony Khan, he was leaving or whatever, went about it in a respectful way, and he didn't burn the bridge at all. And he's still very close with Tony Khan or whatever. So Tony Khan took him back. And WWE was shocked by that and was like, oh my God, I can't believe he went back, 2 weeks after we let him go. Oh shit, now we gotta, okay, now you get your 90-day no compete. How that's fucking legal, I have absolutely no idea. But that's what they did, and Andrade is again. It seems like he is. It seems like he is not going to be back in WWE. Yet WWE slapped him with this breach of contract. And it seems like he's lawyering. It seems like he is lawyering up to try to get himself out of that. Which I'm sure, again, I'm sure things will roll in his favor, because you can't fucking keep somebody from not working because of your insecurity clause for a year. But again, I really don't think he's gonna have to wait a year. I feel like he's going to end up getting out of this. But I mean, still, man, at the end of the day, I really just don't understand how WWE is able to get away with this stuff. But again, like I said, hopefully Andrade can find his way out of this situation, because again, it's nothing but an insecurity clause.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is, and it's obvious because they had no plans to use them, to keep them for whatever actual reason for their own company. They wanted to. They didn't want to keep them. They just didn't want AEW to have them. That's all it was. They were shocked. I mean, fuck, we were shocked when he came back to AEW that fast. I guess he was cool with Tony Khan the whole time, left on good terms, and then came back, man. And I don't think anybody expected that. I think he's going to get out of it, whether he's lawyering up, whether I could also see WWE just kind of shrugging their shoulders and giving up over time in a few weeks to like a month. I could see them just giving up and saying, well, we basically just did a simple no complete right here. So you go. Who cares? I feel like they're just going to end up shrugging their shoulders and giving up. I feel like they wouldn't want to have to be sued, but I could see them needing to be. Either way, I think Andrade is going to get out of it, man. I think he's going to be back with that Don. And here's the thing. Bro came back to the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
No matter how scared you are, he went back to AEW. That instantly, I would have sat back down like, well, wait, he's in a Don Callis. Okay, I don't care. If I was in WWE and I didn't want this guy to have any momentum going outside of the company because that's just their mentality. And I hear he came back to AEW, I would have sat out on my seat. He went back. They were cool. What the hell? Oh, he's in the Don Callis family. I would have sat right back down because that's all momentum gone anyway for the guy. Tony Khan would have done the job for you that you're trying to do here, man. So, either way, I think Andrade is going to get out of this, and I hope he does, and I hope really WWE just doesn't try this shit again, man, because that is just insane.
No, it really is. It really is, man. But hopefully everything works out for Andrade and he does end up getting out of that. Um, did you hear? It's not really news because who cares? Um, Chris Jericho has abandoned the trademark, the Jericho Vortex.
No, that was my favorite thing, dude. I love the the learning tree and the Jericho Vortex and the Jericho Appreciation Society, and I think he did another one in between there that I forgot about, dude. Man, I'm gonna miss all that shit.
Maybe you're
Right?
thinking of
Aren't you?
the Nueve or
Oh,
the
that's what it
Diaz.
was. Or was it the Lionheart? That one too, when he was like doing the old school Jericho stuff. At first it was decent, and then he just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, there was there was that brief period where he was Lionheart Jericho, but then Tony Khan like fucking loved it and just had him do it all the time. So it was, yeah, it was,
Oh boy.
it was not it. Um, what was your favorite version of Jericho in AEW?
Maybe early Jericho Appreciation Society when the purpose of the group actually was present on TV and like it was a joke, but they played it up as being serious. That might be, or maybe it went on way too long. But the initial MJF feud at the start of it was really fucking good.
Oh, it was awesome.
Um, it was awesome. So maybe like those two spots. What about you?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like early inner circle Chris Jericho, I think
Hmm.
was awesome, and then early Jericho Appreciation Society Jericho, so that would have been the summer of 22. Um 2022 as a whole for Chris Jericho, I felt was when the JAS was really good. Um yeah, or was that 2022? Yes.
It
Yeah,
was. I think it
it
started
was.
in
It
2020.
was. Yeah. Yeah, so 2022 as a whole for Chris Jericho, that was probably the last really good year that he had. It's kind of been downhill ever since. But uh yeah, I would probably say those two. Like early AEW, Jericho, or he was La Champion, or like you said, if I were to pinpoint a specific point in there, it would definitely be the start to that MJF feud. That was really good shit. And then early JAS Jericho was pretty dope as well. I did enjoy that. Um, so yes, but the Jericho Vortex is no more, and
No,
hopefully, those in WWE do not have to be in the Jericho Vortex soon. Um,
hopefully.
Did you
God,
see?
I
Oh
hope
yeah,
not.
I think you're the one that showed it to me. You seen that him and Kevin Owens went to like a hockey game or whatever, and I seen Jericho posted and
Yeah,
he captioned it best friends. Could you fucking imagine going to
crazy,
a
man.
hockey game and you end up sitting next to Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho?
God, I'd be so fucking confused. That's crazy. That's dope. Man, I really hope we get to see them interact on television at least one more time at some point, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of people being on television, Santos Escobar. Well, Santos, we had brought you guys in the news. I want to say it was, yeah, I want to say it was last week. Um, uh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it was last week. We brought you guys the news last week that Santos Escobar started being advertised for Monday Night Raw appearances coming up. Most notably, this past Monday Night Raw, he was advertised for. Never showed up. So we do have an update as to why Santos Escobar was backstage at the show but did not appear at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. According to PW Insider, why Santos Escobar was at the event is unknown. He could have been there to discuss a possible return for the 41-year-old. Escobar has not wrestled on TV since Worlds Collide in June. Really?
God damn.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize it was that long. He hasn't wrestled at all since WWE house shows in Mexico on July 26th and 27th. Escobar disappeared from WWE programming in the summer as the company reportedly expected him to leave when his contract expired in October. The former Cruiserweight champion did leave WWE but ended up re-signing with the company just hours after his deal expired. According to reports, WWE management made Escobar a sizably large offer on what he had been previously offered following the expiration of his contract. The luchador ultimately inked a very big money deal. Yet, they reiterate it is unknown why he was backstage at Monday Night Raw. I guess we gave WWE too much of the benefit of the doubt. We had all these ideas, maybe they're going to put him on Monday Night Raw, have him in that main event circle. They're going to get the OG, Legado del Fantasma back together, all that. And we ended up getting nothing on Monday Night Raw. The only bit of luchador we got on Monday Night Raw was El Grande, Rayo, and Mayo on the show. That was what we got on Monday Night Raw. We didn't get any Santos Escobar. As for him coming back, obviously I hope he comes back. He's one of my favorite Mexican talents in the pool of Mexican talents that WWE has right now, man. So I don't really know what they're waiting for. However, I hope it does end up being something worthwhile, because this guy is too good to be fucking sitting on the shelf since June. I mean, come on, man. It's been 4 months since this guy has made a televised appearance. I mean, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Get this guy back on TV. I wouldn't mind if you put him on Monday Night Raw too. Put him in that main event, or that mid card circle. Even I mean, fuck it. Even try him in that main event circle. See how he works against a guy like LA Knight, a guy like Jey Uso. Those kind of guys. He could be a good heel for some of those baby faces, like I said, like in LA, like a Jey Uso, to work with. So and it's obviously about time that, maybe we do get back to, again, just doing a little bit more of that El Jefe character that he was in NXT. I think that worked. And again, you know what they say, do not fix what's broken. And WWE, they didn't even try to fix it. They just let the car sit. They just let the car sit all day running until the fucking motor eventually fucking gave out. So that was what they did with Santos Escobar. Initially they just let his run die out, man. So no steam behind it whatsoever. So I mean, we will see. We will see on whether whether he ends up coming back to Monday Night Raw or not, man. But I really do hope things work out, because, again, like I said, he is way too good to be sitting on the shelf for absolutely no reason.
No, exactly. Way too good to be sitting on the shelf. Don't know why. Um, he wasn't on the show. Who even knows if Triple H himself was backstage on Raw? We were getting reports. They were doing those teases that same weekend. That first day of teases, we saw three motherfuckers walking in suits. Thought it was gonna be them. Thought it was be Santos and OG Legato. Was not. It was for a WrestleMania ad. So that was fucking very disappointing. And he just wasn't on the show at all. No mention, no tease, no nothing for the man. So hopefully they're gonna be doing something soon. I'm assuming he's gonna be on Raw now because that's what they're advertising. So I don't know when they're gonna do something. Really hope when he comes through to Raw, he's not just involved in the Dominic and Triple A circle. I really hope he could actually do something interesting and different on television, because I'm sure that's what he's going to be stuck with. Because for Triple H, if you're under a certain ethnicity, you have to be in a certain thing. If you have any bit of Mexican in you at all,
Dude.
you just wrestle luchas all day. That's all you ever do on the show. So I really hope they don't delegate him to that. I wish they didn't delegate literally everyone to that, but really for Santos, he's really fucking good, dude. He could be a main eventer. He could fucking rule your mid card division, no problem. You just gotta let him, and I really hope we see him, and they let him go crazy. I really hope so.
Yeah, Triple H has a bad problem with that, man. I mean, I'm talking about LA Knight and Jey Uso, that I'd love to, see Santos kind of mix it up with because, those guys are in the main event scene and I would love to see Santos up there. And for all the other great names all the other great baby faces on the show that he could be feuding with, a CM Punk or a Sheamus, a guy like that. They're sticking him in a feud with Penta. You absolutely know they're sticking him in a feud with Penta.
Oh, you know,
Because
he's gonna be in a
again,
feud with Dominic.
he's gonna be he's gonna be Dominic's right hand man. That once Dominic can't call El Grande, Rayo, and Mayo anymore, he's gonna find a new buddy to call, and it's gonna be Santos. He'll probably be in the Judgment Day before we know it. But yeah, if you're Mexican, man, you either gotta be boys with Dominic or you gotta be in the LWO, man, according to Triple H. But you know, knowing Triple H, man, maybe Santos pulled up to Monday Night Raw to work on his entrance, bro. Maybe that's gonna be the next video that Triple H puts out. And he's gonna
I'm just
caption it.
pointing.
Creating greatness as he's standing there with
Great.
the headset, trying to reenact it with him.
He's literally those videos are just Triple H standing there, headset, pointing at fucking the empty fucking crowd. Just like, dude, bro really does think he's Martin Scorsese. He really does. He genuinely does. Maybe that's what he's doing with Santos. They're getting the entrance down first. Triple H can come up with the most Martin Scorsese entrance possible, and we'll still have some dog shit music to accompany the entrance that kills the vibe of it completely.
Right.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, but I just really hope they fucking use the guy, man, and use him good. Please use everybody good. Mexican talent on these shows for WWE get literally delegated to just facing each other, and it's so fucking tiring.
Yes, it definitely is. It definitely is. And speaking of Mexican talent in WWE, we do have one half of Brodito, Dragon Lee. According to PW Insider, WWE is reportedly eager to re-sign Dragon Lee to a new contract after he has received significant praise for his recent performances. Really? Did you
Really?
did you not fucking see the guy in AEW before you signed him? I mean, are we gonna act like you didn't know what the fuck he could do? You were the one not using him. I may
No,
add. I don't
it's
understand
not
what
a him thing.
I was gonna say. His recent performances, he's always been great. Did you not fucking see him in NXT? Isn't that the reason you called him up so early, just to put him in the LWO and do nothing with him? You called him up as Rey Mysterio's buddy.
That's literally what you did. You call them up again. You're on the show and you're Mexican, so you can only fucking hang out or face other Mexicans, and that's what he did. That's what they did with Dragon Lee. And look at that. You differentiate them. You put them in something else. You put them with. I mean, AJ Styles pairing is just funny in itself, man. But it's something different. And look at that. It works. People like seeing it. It's literally just Brodito at home, but it's getting AJ Styles on the show. It's getting Dragon Lee. It's nice. It's cool. This is what he could have been in that workhorse circle you had in that mid card division before he killed it. That would have been fucking great. Was he on SmackDown at one point? I thought he was.
Yeah.
Was he?
No.
Is he
No, I
not?
don't think so.
Okay, these shows just bleed into each other. I can't lie, especially if you're in the mid card division.
Yeah, it's over.
Who knows what show you're on half the time, bro? I don't even think Triple H knows. But dude, he's fucking great, dude. He's one of the better guys you got. He's really great in the ring. He does, the whole dragon scales thing. You could do a lot with that creatively. You got Martin Scorsese. You can't come up with something. The dragon. He has the whole dragon scale thing. Do something with that, bro. Do something. Come on, Scorsese. What you doing? Literally you could do so much shit, and they don't. But now they're expecting good things, and they're looking at them more. This is what we hear about everybody. Every 3 months we're hearing, oh, this person. But WWE likes them backstage. They expect a lot in the future with Roxanne and Drew McIntyre and Braun Breaker and every other person that we're not going to really use for another 2 years.
Uh,
We expect a lot and we like them,
I was
dog.
gonna,
We,
I,
we,
I was gonna say that they come out with these stories like the talents booking themselves. Oh well, we WWE expects a lot from Roxanne. Like, yeah, us as fans expect you to book Roxanne.
booking.
We expect Drew McIntyre to be a huge focus in 2025. We expect Finn Balor's singles push because that's what we fucking hear. But it's up to you guys. Those in WWE expect big things for Roxanne. Like, yeah, tell that to
Go
your
booking the
fucking
show.
boss. Like, what tell it to fucking
You,
Martin
we,
Scorsese. Get him to take his fucking headset off and book some, and actually cook up some shit for once. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That it's funny to hear that Dragon Lee's recent performances have received significant praise. It's amazing what can happen when you put somebody on TV. It really
when you
is.
put someone on TV, they get used, and when they get used, they get momentum, and then you take them off TV and they lose said momentum, and they're nothing because that's what you do all the fucking time.
I was gonna say, how can there be praise for somebody's performances when you don't put him on TV? It's almost like he would have got these, significant praises a long time ago had you fucking used them. And again, you can't sit there and tell me their division don't need it, because Dragon Lee would have been a very refreshing piece to the IC Championship, division over the summer when Dominic was doing fuck all with the championship.
Literally, it would, and you could have been a really nice foe for Dominic.
Yeah.
A genuine trying to win the match in a genuine way, guy. And then you got Dominic who always finds a way out to win the match. It would have been great, dude. This version of Dominic on paper, the version where he always finds a way to get out of it, he would be the perfect heel champion for their workhorse mid card division if they didn't fucking kill the division.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. What are y'all doing, bro? You got the pieces. Just make the fucking puzzle.
Yeah.
But
No,
he's Martin Scorsese, man. He's got to work
he,
on the entrance graphics.
he is Martin Scorsese. Yeah, he definitely, according to him, he's got more important things to fucking deal with. Yeah. So, did you see? I seen a story today. I think this would be interesting to talk about now that I think about it. Oh, here it is. According to Uncle Dave, Aleister Black and Rusev have already lost as many matches in their current WWE runs as they did during their multi-year AEW stints. Rusev has almost done double the number of losses in AEW
Mm.
than he did in
You know,
AEW.
I did see that report, and I saw these AEW fans, and I'm like, oh, that's what happens when you try to play the ego game and whatever the fuck. What I got out of it is they were used so little that this
Uh,
short time that WWE barely even used these two already is they were still used more than Tony Khan used them. That's what I got out of this.
I seen the same thing, and I fucking felt the exact same way you did. I said to myself, Dave, you're trying to take a dig at WWE, but what you ultimately did was make AEW look like a bunch of goofballs, because again, Rusev has been used so much in 6 months that he has already accumulated the number of losses that he did in AEW. And to be honest, Rusev, he's not even like buried on the television show,
Sure.
which makes it
He doesn't come off as a loser.
he doesn't at all. Which and that fucking Aleister Black too. The worst fucking part about Aleister Black is that he's fucking feuding with Damian Priest. That's the worst part about Aleister Black right now. I mean, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with him. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I could tell what Dave was tried to do here. He definitely tried to take a dig at WWE, like, oh, they're having him lose. And it also makes AEW look even fucking worse because what were the main things they tried to say about Black and Rusev? Well, these guys are egotistical fucks. They don't want to lose. Well, clearly they're
He's losing
using and
Dominic,
they're being
not
used.
Ricochet.
So clearly, I think the whole fucking problem here was that Tony Khan never used these guys. It wasn't that they didn't want to fucking lose. It was the 1 or 2 times a year that they got used. They didn't want to lose. Can you fucking blame them?
Exactly. That's what I got out of it, is that fucking Tony Khan underused them. So, and then that's the funniest thing is, I still feel like Triple H is underusing at least Aleister Black. To me,
I
he
agree.
should be in the main event scene, not delegating himself to fucking Dork Priest. But he's still being used, and the fact that statistically he's being used more than he was in AEW, that's the problem with the AEW thing itself. It's not that they were booked like losers or whatever. It's because the fucking 1, 2 times we saw them, they were losers. That was the problem. That's the problem they had. I don't get that AEW fan mentality with them. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't at all, and I absolutely see some AEW fans try to, you know, throw it back in WWE's face. You know, you're just having these guys lose. This is why you don't, you know, go chase money, or what was it? The grass is the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. You know, again, I don't think losing was a problem for either one of these guys. I think they just wanted to be used. And again, they, especially with Rusev's case, man, it's like, now again, I do understand both sides of the coin, but at the end of the day, can you really blame this guy? I mean, you're out for 6 months. They want to bring you back just so you could get packed up by Adam Page and then fucking go away again. You know, like if I were to get packed up on Adam Page, but then start, you know, a storyline where I'm completely, you know, used on television over a long period of time, that's one thing, man. But it's just a go
Like, okay,
away, come back, lose, go away again, come back, lose, go away again. You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead in the water before you can even blink at that point. So yeah, again, I really tried to see a lot of AEW fans cook with this one, man. But that actually makes AEW look so worse. WWE has used them
it does.
frequently enough to where they have already accumulated the number of losses than they did in their multi-year stints in AEW. Rusev was in AEW for 4 years, 4.5 years, and Aleister Black was in AEW for about 3, 2 years and 3/4. And that's what, or no, 3 years, sorry, 3 years and about 3/4, man. So almost 4 years, but kind of sad, bro.
Really did.
Um, Chelsea Green. Oh yeah, did you also see AEW Wrestle Dream did between 15,000 and 125,000 buys? There's a lot of kids trying to drown each other.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of kids, a lot of children,
You know,
gonna drown each other,
no,
you know, in the aquarium.
nobody, no, nobody. What the fuck did he call it, an aquarium, bro? It's a fucking fish tank. What? The aquarium.
Fish tank.
They're filling up the aquarium. Um. Yeah, a lot of people, man. A lot of people are going to, according to, whatever her name was,
Did,
she,
did you mean 115K to 120K?
what did I say?
You said
Did I say
15K to
15?
120K.
No, yes,
That's what I said. I was
115.
like, wait,
No, my bad.
I'm dead.
115 to 100 and 115,000 to 125,000 was what Wrestle Dream did. So, a lot of
Man,
people,
all them kids
you know,
going to the aquarium.
yeah, I was gonna say it's the gory self mutilation drawn in the aquarium did not nobody wanted to watch that, man. Did pretty good. The numbers did
No,
pretty good though. So,
they did. That's good.
anyways, Chelsea Green, according to Fightful, has reportedly signed a new 5-year contract with WWE. Well, huh. So, obviously, we don't know if this is a re-sign on top of an existing deal, which could bring her past 2030. It all depends on when her current contract is set to expire. But at least from the year, obviously it is now 2025, she will at least stick around until 2030. Shall WWE have her that long, man? But no, I think this is a good pickup for WWE. Obviously, this is a good re-sign for WWE. I mean, and Chelsea Green is obviously, you could tell they like her, and she is a good character on the show. She is a good, heel character. There's been reports for the past couple of years that Triple H wants to really pull the trigger on her, have her win Money in the Bank and all that type of thing. He has yet. He has
Triple H saying something he hasn't done yet. No way.
I was gonna say he has yet to do that. But knowing Triple H, knowing Martin Scorsese, is probably not gonna happen until 2029, a year before her contract comes up. So you know, hopefully, Triple H does eventually, kind of pull the trigger on her, man. But no, man. I mean, I think this is a good re-sign for WWE. Again, I think she's a solid piece to what they have in their women's division. And she's very popular amongst the women's locker room. You constantly hear a lot of the women talking about, how much of a good, I guess, veteran in the locker room that she is, that or how good her presence is to have in that locker room. So overall, man, she seems like a true leader backstage amongst the women's division. Somebody to always help. So that's obviously somebody you want around, and I'm glad that WWE wanted to honor that. So Chelsea Green has got herself a new deal, and I hope she squeezed every penny that she could have out of TKO, because that's what they deserve.
Exactly, because that's what they do to us, and I hope she got to do it to them, and I hope they use her, man. She's one of those people where they say, they're gonna use her, she's gonna win this, she's gonna do that. Um, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it comes true, man, because usually you gotta wait 2 to 3 years to get something. So hopefully soon she's Miss Money in the Bank, she's a world champion, you fucking doing anything, something like that of the sort. I really hope so, man. I really hope so. She's a good talent. She's gonna be around up until at least 2030, man. So hopefully within that time frame, she's used and used well.
For sure, man. And speaking of the women's division as well, Bianca Belair, the former WWE. Oh, this is by Uncle Dave.
Oh,
The former WWE Women's Champion has been out of action since WrestleMania 41, and there is still no return date for Bianca Belair. Bianca has been out since Mania 41 with a broken finger. And it's funny because we were just talking about Bianca on Tuesday.
mm-hmm.
But when you talk about somebody that I actually really miss on WWE television, man, you are talking about Bianca Belair, man. I mean, she is I think that's what we needed from Bianca. I think we needed a break. I think we needed a break from Bianca. She's obviously one of Triple H's favorites, so If Triple H really fucks with you, man, then you are going to get used, to the fucking moon and back. Um, but um, she was kind of in that circle for a long time where it was kind of just like LOL Bianca wins kind of situation. Um, but I think this break from her has been very much needed, and I'm excited for her to come back. I feel like Jade will be world champion by the time she comes back, and then they're gonna start that whole feud, man. But I'm excited for Bianca to come back again. Obviously, there's still no return date as of thus far, so that definitely sucks to hear. At least from what we've heard about it, it's a kind of a Bandito situation. If you guys remember, a couple years ago, Bandito was out like a year and a half from a simple wrist injury, but the wrist did not heal properly, so they had to continue to wait until it did heal properly. And it seems like, at least from everything we've heard, that is what happened with Bianca Belair too. Something as small as a broken finger healed wrong, and now it's been 6 months and she's out of action. So I definitely miss Bianca, and I am excited for when she comes back though, because Lord only fucking knows that SmackDown Women's Division needs her, man. So I'm excited for when she eventually does come back, and it does suck to hear, yeah, there's still no return date for Bianca.
Exactly. It really sucks. Miss her on TV, dude. She's really great. And those type of injuries are always the worst because it's the simplest thing that just is just taking forever, man. Whether it healed the wrong way or this or that. I hope soon everything heals up and she can be back, man. That SmackDown Women's Division is fucking desperate and god awful, and it really needs Bianca, man. They lost Naomi, obviously. Well, she went to Raw first, and no more Naomi for a little bit, and now Bianca too. Fucking SmackDown's a wasteland, dude. It really is. They had Tiffany Stratton feud with the same two people for like
Oh.
7 months. It's fucking horrible. Um, they need her back. They need her back. TV needs her back. I think Jade's presence on TV needs her back. And I really hope she could just be back soon, man. She's great. Like you said, I think this time away was good overall because it makes the fans miss her even more. So that's very good. And I just really hope she can come back soon and just save the SmackDown Women's Division, man, because it's so bad.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And next we have the Vision. Well,
WWE.
according to WrestleVotes, people within WWE were reportedly concerned that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed would receive babyface reactions when they turned on Seth Rollins. This report played into why they were removed from the Battle Royal to determine CM Punk's opponent at Saturday night's main event. So
So
you,
you remove. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you remove them to try to help people cope with the fact that Jey Uso was winning. Is that what we're doing?
You took them out because people are going to cheer for them because they're fresh, they're hot, they're young, they're actually interesting on television, and they were gonna be even more mad for Jey Uso winning. Or when it comes to the match of the show, as much as people love Punk, I think a lot of people would have been wanting Braun to win that match, and they would have been pissed when he didn't win that match. So you got two guys with momentum like crazy, and just the fact that you knew they were going to get a babyface reaction, splitting up with Seth is a whole nother problem on television in itself.
Yeah.
But you have this problem here. You're purposely stunning momentum here. Did, if you're backstage and you're hearing, hey, the fans really fucking like these guys, and your first reaction is let's stop that for the time being because we want to do this instead. You're missing the whole point of the business, man. I get plans are in place for a reason or whatever, but especially in the state your company is right now, where you really you really, for either title, do not have a long-term plan for anything going on. Like, you could say, before Cody won the title, you couldn't really do anything, with Roman, someone else beating Roman, because Cody was the plan. We got to get to Cody. Boom. AEW, for the first few years, really had their going orders. We got to get it on Kenny. Then we got to get it on Hangman. And that stuff is good, and it's good to have a plan. But you're in a state right now where you don't have someone that's kind of, the fans think are really lined up to get that spot at this specific show. You really have the reins to go wild and go different with this. You could have had LA Knight. You could have had Braun. You could have had a shocking Bronson battle royal win and shake up those two. And maybe if you want to get some tension between those two for whatever reason, you could start doing something like that. You could go a million directions, and you purposely chose to purposely stint their momentum for the most lamest direction possible. Triple H and that writing team is getting the whole point of all this all wrong. That it's so lame and so sad.
Yeah, again, man, and the worst part about the whole thing is, I don't know if it's just me. I really don't feel Braun is even going to get a World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So,
No,
I don't, again, why you hear, these guys are really over, people fuck with them. Let's take them out. And honestly, I think a whole nother, reason they did that is to soften the reaction for Jey Uso winning the match. Because if Braun Breaker's in the match and he fucking loses, and then Jey Uso ends up winning, that tells me right there, that the fans are kind of getting tired of Jey Uso constantly, winning, number one contender matches or being in the world championship scene or whatever the case may be. My question is, people fuck with LA Knight. Why wasn't
yeah,
he taken out of that match?
people love.
Why
That's what people wanted.
people I'm sure everybody's been seeing that same, edit that's been going around Twitter, but it's like it's an edit of CM Punk and LA Knight, and the caption is, how did WWE pass up on this for Jay? I don't fucking get it either. Again, even if WWE wanted to have Jay in that match, fine, cool, whatever. Put Jay in the match. I don't care. It does make sense for where his character is going, but put LA in there too. It doesn't fucking make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why you couldn't have just had, LA and Jey Uso be the last two, members in the Battle Royal, and then have the Vision come out and fucking destroy everybody because they were pissed that they weren't in the match, and then make it a triple threat wasn't your outcome? Again, I just thought of that shit on the fly. I just thought of that just now. How you sit in a fucking room every week, and book this shit out, and you can't come up with something like that. I don't understand. It writes itself, dude. Have the Vision be pissed that they weren't in the match, and then boom, there's your triple threat right there. But it just doesn't make any sense. Or even at that, you still could have just had Jey Uso lose the match and then have that play into his story, because he's still not getting his World Heavyweight Championship match, man. And obviously that is going to play into the character that they're going for Jey Uso, and this character that's just, glory hungry right now, man. So, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. It really doesn't make any sense to me. Again, why you would, take the Vision out because you wanted to soften the reaction for Jey Uso, but you don't care when it's LA Knight. It just and especially the way they did LA on Raw, it just again, getting packed up to Braun Breaker, it's like, it just makes it seem like you care about the Vision and making them look, decent, or wanting to help, them, or, not wanting to make them look like losers. So why do you not have a problem doing that with LA Knight, man? I mean, I just don't get I don't get the refusal to listen to your audience with this guy. I mean, Triple H was so good at this in NXT, man, to where again, we've seen this multiple times with Please Sign Cedric, and we've seen this with multiple, indie names that would pick up traction. You know what I mean? You're talking Keith Lee, Chris Hero, Bobby Roode, Matt Riddle. I mean, there's countless Drew McIntyre. I mean, there's countless of Sami Zayn and Finn Balor and all these names in NXT that would get brought in because Triple H would hear the buzz that these guys had around their names, and he was so good at, okay, let me grab this guy up and let me, see what I can turn him into. You hear these reactions every week for LA Knight. We talked about it at nauseum on Tuesday, but this guy, oh, he's a flash in the pan. He's this, he's that. We're trying to make sure he's not this or that or whatever. And he's not. And here we are 3 fucking years later, and this guy's still getting great reactions every week, over as fuck. And again, you don't have no problem making him look like a fucking absolute loser every fucking week, but the Vision, they get, again, they get taken out of the match to soften the reaction. And then, like Sir K had mentioned, turning the page there, that's a whole nother problem in itself, because you know that the audience is fucking with these guys, and you want to stall that ultimately for what? For Braun Breaker to get a match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? Come on, man.
Wow.
Again, it's like, and again, I understand that I understand, but even at that, it's like, even if Braun does lose, why not at
Okay.
least put him in the spot? Why not put him in the fucking
Yeah.
spot? I guarantee you it'll be a better CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. Again, it's putting Braun in the spot. It's putting him in a world championship match. And again, even if he does lose, there's ways you can go about it. You can have LA Knight, come and cost Braun Breaker the match. You can have somebody else come and cost Braun Breaker the match. So you can do something. But why not put Braun in the spot? And I mean, I get, there's plans in place, or maybe you don't think he's ready. Maybe you want him to win King of the Ring next year. Maybe you want him to do all that kind of stuff. But again, why halt it now? Why? I don't understand the point of, it's better to have these guys in these spots, or even Bronson Reed. Why not put Bronson Reed in that spot? You know what I mean? Because you put so much fucking spotlight on Braun Breaker as it is. Why not say, you know what, let's throw Bronson a bone and put him in the world championship match with CM Punk? Because, maybe we want to get Bronson up to the level that, people see Braun Breaker at. It doesn't make any sense. And again, it just seems like you want to soften the reaction so your fans don't, think it's that bad when Jey Uso wins. But I'm sorry, your fans already feel that way because you had LA Knight, a guy that has been knocking on your door that you refuse to answer for years, man. It just doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense, man. And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to see, all the twists and turns it seems that they make to again soften the blow on this constant Jey Uso stuff. I mean, it's like Triple H wants to use Roman Reigns, so he found like a full-time Roman Reigns in Jey Uso. So he's like, hey, yeah, fuck it, I'll use you. I mean, there's so many moving parts to this story for me, and it just goes so deeper than this. Again, there's the Vision, but there's also Jey Uso and LA Knight that you have to think about. And then looking forward, man, there's so many moving parts to this story, but it's very interesting to see what WWE is going to do here. But I mean, as for the Vision too, the past couple weeks, it just seems like they've either been in a random match on Monday Night Raw and just backstage segments all show. It's like they want to suppress these guys, which again, like Sir K said, you got it all wrong, man. These guys are getting reactions, so you hide them. Yeah, that's fucking smart.
Exactly. I don't get that. I think they're getting this whole thing all wrong. Fans love them. Capitalize on that. Use them. And if over time you do the will it last test, if it doesn't last, It was great while you had it, but with a talent like
Yes.
Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, it's gonna last. And at the end of the day, most of the time, it doesn't last because the booker doesn't know how to make it last. It's almost always the booker's fault. This is horrible to see. Literally, they're getting good reactions. Let's suppress that. Is a crazy mentality to have. That they're literally doing to what's the vision. I don't even like that they're still called the vision. If I'm being honest, man. G- Man, that group is a whole thing, man. And I love all the pieces, man. But dude,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Every week it's just like this is what they're sitting backstage. The biggest part of Raw all summer now is just sitting backstage, secondary,
Yeah.
third on the show.
Paul Heyman still
Don't get
talking
it,
about
man.
nothing.
Is Paul Heyman still like bored, or does he looks like he doesn't want to be with these two guys every week on television?
Bored.
At least that's always what it seems like to me. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, dude. I don't know what's going on with any of this shit. I don't know if it's Paul Heyman beefing with Triple H. I don't know if it's Paul Heyman beefing with his spot. I don't know what it is. He doesn't look like he's what he wants to fucking be there. Um, and I don't know. I don't know, man. It's frustrating, and I really hope they fucking learn to use somebody when they're hot at some point. That isn't Jey Uso.
Yeah, I mean it's, you know, and Sir K says that all the time. Like, he always brings up the point of, like, if your will it last test doesn't last, why not try to get as much out of it now while it is hot? Because again, I you guys know I love to use my basketball analogies, and Sir K just said you can always look back and think how great it was. How many people still talk about the Linsanity run in
Bring that
2012?
up.
It was short, but dude, because of that run, Jeremy fucking Lin is one of my favorite, is in my top 3 favorite point guards that I've ever watched because of a short run. So again, was the run short? Yes. Did it last? Unfortunately not. But guess what? We could fucking thank the Knicks organization and fucking Carmelo Anthony for that. However, did it last? No, it didn't. But was it fucking great while it was there? You fucking bet it was. So, people will go back and, think fondly of it at that. So, again, I don't understand why they always have to play that game. It doesn't make sense to me, man. So
It doesn't.
speaking of the visionary, the revolutionary, no, I'm not talking about Cersei. I'm talking about Seth Rollins.
Sorry.
Because, according to Good Morning Football, Seth Rollins was dressed as Staley the Bear. So we all know he's a Bears fan. I don't know what the fuck he was doing in the mascot costume,
Poor
but
soul.
he is a Bear.
Have they been
Manager
doing
Logan.
decent this year?
I was
Oh,
gonna say I feel like I think the Bears have been doing good this year. I don't know. I don't keep up with football too much. I've been tapped into the NBA season. You guys know that, which is actually off to a very great start, by the way. However, Manager Logan, fill us in. How the Bears doing? Is it
oh
hard
man,
to be
what's
a
Seth's
Bears fan
reaction?
this year? I see Seth
Exactly.
Rollins tweets out nowadays. I love football, so I'm
He
normally
does. I'm
he
thinking they're
tweets it.
doing good.
I was gonna say, normally when the Bears lose, he tweets out, "I hate football." So I don't know. I think they are 4-3. Okay, so they're doing okay.
They're fine,
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
which is good.
Yes, they're not 1-4 straight and lost to the Ravens last week. All right, so they're doing all
Yeah,
right. They're doing all right.
look at that.
Seth Rollins has revealed he will be out of action for 6 months due to his injury, which again is a shoulder injury. Want to wish Seth the best. Hope everything continues to go okay with that. Apparently, from what we're hearing, there is a small sliver of a chance he can make it back for WrestleMania, but unless he really wants to make
Yep.
WrestleMania, which, I'm sure Triple H would let him do it if he really wanted to do it. But other than that, I do feel they'll probably keep him for that Raw after Mania.
You know, worst case scenario, he cost Braun in the Brock match. That's worst case scenario,
Yeah.
booking wise. That's horrific. But I think we'll see him the night after WrestleMania. Braun will come out all happy because he beat Brock and all that shit. And then Seth's gonna return, and that's gonna be a whole summer thing for like the next 3 summers in a row. But that's a
Yeah.
different problem we'll get when we get there, man. But good. I wish him the best in the recovery, man. Shit fucking sucks, dude. It sucks that it has to happen. Um, hope he heals up, and he will also. He could come back to Braun, but if Punk's champ, especially if he's world heavyweight champ, Seth would be able to rematch due to, just having to vacate it. So is he gonna go for Braun? I would assume Braun first, then Punk. Um, but you got some options probably when he comes back, man. I would do Braun first, try to get the Braun problem out the way for him, then go to Punk. That's if Punk's still champ. I have no fucking clue what the landscape looks like for 2026 with this company. Genuinely, I don't think Triple H does either. Um, so we'll see when we get there, man. But either way, 6 months, man. Probably either at Mania or right after Mania, he'll be back, man. And I'm wishing him the best, man. I hope everything's going well for him.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope he definitely has a speedy recovery. And Seth, please do not rush yourself back. For the love of God, we've done
Mm-mm.
this so many times. Take,
It's not
I,
worth it, dude.
I swear, you better feel like you have this dude got to feel the best that he's ever felt in his entire life by the time he comes back, because there needs to be no pain, no aches, no nothing. Okay, I mean
No,
this guy needs to be healthy, man, because I feel like that WrestleMania 40 injury, when he came back from that, everything just seems so soon. But Rollins, please take your time, man. Please take your time.
please,
Um, do not rush yourself back for WrestleMania. It's okay. It's in Vegas again. You were at the one last year in Vegas. It's okay. Um, Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, man. So Mike Johnson, a PW insider, is reporting that WWE is looking to Chicago to put together a series of events around Elimination Chamber, which is set for February 28th at AllState Arena, which okay. Okay, here we are. It was said that WWE is currently putting a logistical plan together that would see them host
logistical.
SmackDown. That's right. It would see them host SmackDown on the 27th, but also potentially hold NXT and AAA events that weekend as well.
You know, I'm confused. Because
So,
Allstate, we literally showed you
I
guys last week.
we're gonna show them right now.
Oh, I think we're
As you can
good.
see, you thought right. As you can see, on February 28th, the Allstate Arena is booked for 2 events, one at 1 p.m., the other at 7 p.m. So, unless they're going to fucking cut the arena in half and use it at the same time, it looks like Monster Jam Freestyle Mania is going to be happening on that date. So, again, I don't really know what Mike Johnson is talking about here. I thought this news had came out a while ago, that they were all booked up for the 28th of February, and to see the Allstate Arena is booked, that would kind of only make me think one other place. This doesn't make any sense to me. I really don't believe he has his facts straight here. Unless WWE and TKO is going to fucking pay Monster Jam a bag to move their event. Either that or they're going to pull their strings and get Allstate Arena to ruin their relationship with Monster Jam. I don't know what it's like, but unless they're going to do that, I don't really understand this report at all. Again, it's booked. It's booked. I don't really know. I mean, there's no other way around it unless they're going to cancel the shit. There's literally events going on as soon as 1 p.m. That day, which that wouldn't even make any sense anyway. To hold, I mean, there's no way around it. Okay, there's no way around it. It's booked. So again, I really don't understand. I don't think Mike Johnson has his facts straight here. Um, I don't really think. I don't think he has his facts straight at all. And PW Insider is a good one, so I'm not even trying to take a shot at the man or whatever. But I don't think they have their facts straight here. Because again, Allstate is booked up, which is fine because Allstate is it's an amazing arena, but we just so happen to have another one of the most iconic arenas in all of the world, in my honest opinion. One of the most aura-filled arenas in all of the world. One of the arenas that a certain somebody that WWE has employed made his professional wrestling return at. And that being MJ's house, man, the United Center. So I think, again, I don't think they have their facts straight here. With this news of them wanting to run all these shows in Allstate Arena, I think they do United Center. I think knowing TKO, they can fit more people in the UC. They can probably upcharge in the UC. So again, I just feel the United Center is probably the only. I feel like that is the best option for WWE to go to with Allstate Arena being booked. I think that is the best option. WWE hasn't ran there since 2018, so I think this would be great for them to go back. And I obviously would love to go, and I'm sure a lot of people that we know as well would like to go, man. So that's going to be a full house, and either way, again, I love Allstate, but there's just nothing that beats the United Center, man. Looking up and seeing the Michael Jordan. The Michael Jordan banners and all the Six Bulls banners sooner rather than later. Hopefully, by the time this happens, Derrick Rose's banner will be up there, so we'll be able to see that. But I think they should go to the UC. And again, they're reporting that it's going to be at Allstate, but I think they need to do some fact checking unless WWE is going to again get Monster Jam out of the Allstate Arena that day. But I don't really know how likely that is.
Exactly, unless they find a way to politic and get Monster Jam out of the picture. I wouldn't be shocked, but I don't think it will happen. Maybe they're getting their information mixed up, and maybe they're planning, the AAA and NXT thing for Allstate, but, the actual SmackDown and Chamber for the UC. Maybe that's where all these mixing up is going on, man. Um, but it doesn't make sense. Allstate is just not available that weekend. It's just not. The UC seems to be available. I would do the UC. The UC, at the end of the day, especially with WWE, you could charge more for the tickets. You could sell more tickets for the higher price tickets you're going to sell. And the arena goes crazy, man. Chicago staple. It's an incredible vibe pulling up to that show, being at the shows, man. Um, I think all the cards align perfectly for it to be in in the United Center. I think Allstate, it's booked. Don't leave it alone. Don't try to mess up anybody else's business relationships like you guys like doing. Um, and just commit to the UC for at least this one time for this one pay-per-view, and I think it'll be perfect, man. I can't wait for the chamber. Um, like Andrew Logan says in the comments, he wants to go to the UC. I want to go to the
Bro.
UC. Who doesn't want to go to the UC? That arena is fucking incredible, dude. It's
Yeah.
so dope. The atmosphere is off. Like you said, the banners just hanging there are
Ah.
so goddamn sick, dude. It's the coolest place. It's the coolest place to be, man. And for a chamber, nonetheless, dude, that's gonna be crazy, man. Imagine you look up and you just see right next to the big ass cage they got lifted up all those banners, bro. That shit's gonna go hard.
Man.
Um, and I think it just, man, it's gonna be so dope. And I think it aligns perfectly. I don't know where these reports are coming up. Maybe they're mixing up. Like I said, maybe they're gonna do the AAA ones in Allstate. Maybe on that Thursday before or whatever. Um, and then they're gonna do, the weekend plans in the UC. I
Hmm.
don't know, man, but no matter what, from everything we're getting, I think we're gonna get the United Center. So I don't
Bro.
really know where this report comes from.
Okay. I got the scoop. I got the scoop. So
It's got the scoop,
apparently,
scoop it up.
apparently, man. No, 100%. I'm absolutely with you guys. I miss going to the United Center. We haven't been since All Out
So
2023. So I miss going there, dude. The video boards on the on the outside of the arena, nothing like them, dude. Nothing like them. But dude, it's always just such an iconic spot to be at, man. I remember in 2010, me and my dad went to a Blackhawks game, and obviously, growing up, we all hear about the legend. That we all hear about the legend and the myth, I guess, of Michael Jordan. And I'll never forget walking up to that statue, and just being mesmerized, like with like how fucking cool it was. And I would be very excited for Logan to go to the United Center. We all got to get a picture out right behind that
yeah,
Jordan
too.
statue, bro. We have to, dude. We have to. I gotta find it though. They moved it. It's not outside anymore. Um I know they enclosed it indoors now, but we'll have to find it. But Derrick Rose's #1 jersey will be retired and raised to the rafters on January 24th,
Oh
2026.
wow.
So by the
A
time
month
we
before.
go it'll be a month before we will get to see Derrick Rose's #1 jersey, which, again, speaking of Chicago legends, we obviously grew up watching Derrick Rose. Um, schools we went to, dude, filled with Derrick Rose. Every dress down day where you had to fucking pay $1 to dress in your clothes, fucking so many
Shit.
people rocking some Derrick Rose jerseys, bro. So he obviously he obviously means a lot to the city, and he obviously means a lot to the game of basketball. But I'm excited, dude, because we'll be able to get to see that. WWE, you have one fucking job. If you politic to get the Allstate Arena and skip out on the United Center, I'm gonna be very fucking pissed. What is going on, Ribshot, bro? How you doing, bro? Um,
How you doing, man?
but no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Hopefully they do it. Hopefully they do it, man. And there's nothing like the UC, bro. The aura in that building is just off the fucking
Off the
charts.
charts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um I also like just the hallways. There's like a bunch of video boards everywhere. It just looks super
Yeah.
futuristic. Very
So
cool.
nice, dude.
Such an awesome arena.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
It's
the
got the trophy
news.
cases and shit.
Yeah, bro. Oh, yes, they do have the Bulls. I have a picture outside of a couple years ago. I'm saying a couple years ago. That shit was like 10 years ago at this point. Yeah, it was um I went to a Bulls game many many years ago. Now I'm fucking hunk status. This shit was like 10 years ago. Fuck, that was like 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah, I do. Yes, they do have that. They do have a Bulls case with all six trophies. Pretty dope. It's a dope spot, man. It's a dope spot. Um, so we got that's it. That is it for news, man. That is it for news. And now on to the 4 matches that WWE has announced for Saturday night's main event tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be another match added tonight. This is the first Saturday night's main event that's going to be on Peacock, so hopefully everything goes okay with that, and hopefully these shows flow a lot better and it's not just a rush piece of garbage like the first one was, or as all the other fucking ones were. So we have the first match we have here today for Saturday night's main event Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. I actually think Jade might finally take it. I think this is going to be the end of Tiffany Stratton's reign. Now again, WWE is no stranger to having somebody, freshly turn heel and then lose at a Saturday night's main event like they did with Kevin Owens, when he absolutely should have fucking won that shit. I don't care what anybody says. But Jade Cargill, I'm gonna actually go ahead and predict Jade for this one.
Exactly. Overall, like you said, I wouldn't be shocked with Tiffany winning. They love the same people being champions all year long. But overall, I think Jade is gonna win this one. I just see it, especially like maybe, Bianca could be coming back soon, so maybe they want Jade in that spot. But overall, I think no matter what, Jade's got this one.
Yes. Next up, we got the triple threat match. Penta versus Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio. Does anybody think that our boy Penta has a chance to win this?
He's there not just to take the pin, but to take the pin. He's there to take the pin. He's gonna be taking the pin. Whoever wins is pinning Penta. That's the real That's the real statement here.
Oh, that is Penta? Is that Penta in the match? Oh, that is Penta. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Mark Briscoe. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna go ahead and say Dominic, but yeah, we all know why Mark Briscoe's in the match, man. Penta's there to, Penta's there to put his shoulders to the mat and, lay down for more than likely Dominic Mysterio, man. We all know Dominic in about a month is going to be up against the GOAT for his IC championship, man. He's going to be up against the Never Seen 17. He's going to be up against the hopefully Grand Slam winner after he beats Dominic. But yeah, does anybody fucking think anybody else has a chance to win this match? It's obviously going to be Dom, so gonna go Dom here.
100% gonna be Dom. Penta's getting pinned, and I can tell you that too. I'm sure Rusev will be tied up with Rayo and Mayo while Dominic's getting the pin, man.
That's exactly what's
So
gonna happen.
I'm sure that's
It.
it's gonna exactly what's gonna happen. You know it. He's gonna El Grande, and the fucking condiments are gonna come out. Rayo and Mayo, ketchup and mayo. They're gonna be coming out there. They're gonna distract Rusev. Penta's gonna be distracted too. Dominic's gonna grab the ring bell hammer or some fucking shit, win the fucking match. Bing, bam, boom, same shit, different fucking day. Excited for the match itself. I'm sure the match will be fucking good, but we know exactly how it's gonna end, man. Dominic's gonna come out on top.
We have just went down a rabbit hole that will not serve them any justice on Unscripted. The condiments, I like it. Ketchup and mayo.
It's literally
I love that.
Ketchup and mayo, dude.
We have this fucking piece of shit match. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. If anybody's excited for this, I strongly encourage you to bash your head into a fucking wall because I am not excited to see Cody Rhodes pack up my boy Drew McIntyre again. Either that or Drew's just probably going to win the shit until Survivor Series and then fucking drop it right back to, Mr. fucking Boy Scout over here. Yeah. But even at that, I have absolutely no faith in Triple H. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Drew McIntyre loses this, please just pack it up. But even at that, if Drew McIntyre wins this, just know he's losing it in a month. So that nobody fucking wins here. I'm not excited. I was probably more fucking excited for a Trish Stratus match earlier this year than I'm excited for this match. I'm not excited for this match at all. As a matter of fact, this fucking graphic existing annoys me. It annoys me absurdly. I'm not excited for this match. I was never excited for this match. I don't want to see this match. I wish I could wear a fucking blindfold when I'm watching this match.
Exactly.
But I have to review this fucking piece of shit. And I have no faith in Triple H. And again, this is a lose-lose. So even if Drew wins, Drew loses. Either way, Drew loses. It is what it is. Cody Rhodes is walking into fucking WrestleMania to face Randall Keith Orton, and he's probably going to beat Randall Keith Orton. So I have no faith. I have no fucking faith, man. But you know what? Sorry, Cody. Felt like I just had to post this. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I had to post this, man. Roman Reigns is over there feeling dizzy from the jet lag, man. But I gotta post Cody Rhodes because it's Cody, and you gotta post the quarterback for the team.
Takes.
He's the star of the team. Mr. Boy Scout leader over there, man. Not excited for this match. I don't give a fuck about this match. I don't give a fuck if Drew wins because at the end of the day, he's just gonna fucking lose it. And even if Drew wins here, I'm going to feel absolutely nothing by him winning this because there's nothing to feel. He's gonna win this. He's probably gonna, still be in a feud with Cody, but I'm sure what's gonna happen is Drew is gonna piss off, someone else, on TV, and they're gonna get into a little beef with him, and they're probably gonna cost him his the rematch of him and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes gets the title back. Drew is stuck feuding with whoever the fuck he's gonna be feuding with, and who's gonna fucking care, man? Either way, you're in a lose-lose situation. No matter what, Drew does not come out on top, even if he wins the world championship. He does not come out on top. You completely screwed yourself here.
Yes. Again, Drew McIntyre. There is no way he wins this match, really. I mean, this literally, by every sense of the definition, is a lose-lose situation. He does not win this at all. So I don't know, but even at that, I have absolutely no faith because Triple H likes to fucking triple meat ride Cody Rhodes. So there you go. In the main event, speaking of meat riding, Triple H's boy Jey Uso is going up against CM Punk for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. This could go one of two ways. There is no gray area here. It is black or it is white. Okay, there is absolutely no gray area because either CM Punk wins and we're sitting in paradise, or WWE pulls the fucking dastardly move of having Jey Uso hold the championship for a little bit to, I guess let the power get to his head. Please go with CM Punk. I fucking swear to God, Triple H, why do you always take risks with things you don't need to take risks on, if that's the case? However, no. Give it to CM Punk. This is the one fucking time I'm asking you to play it safe, and give it to CM Punk. I don't want to see none of your goofball Martin Scorsese decisions. Where actually this is something Martin Scorsese wouldn't do. Okay, so take notes from your boy Martin Scorsese. We all know Triple H wants to be Scorsese, and please take notes, man. However. I'm gonna go ahead and say CM Punk for the sake of my sanity. However, just know what kind of review you guys are walking into if Jey Uso just so happens to win the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh man, I really wouldn't be shocked, man. I really wouldn't be shocked coming out of this show if our champions are Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Those are depths of hell I didn't think we could reach. I really wouldn't be shocked. I'm so 50-50 for this match. I'm gonna say Punk because that's my hopeful answer. Like you said, the one time they should play it safe, got this feeling that they won't, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna say Punk. Hopefully Punk, man. But I don't know. I got something where I'm kind of feeling like Jay might win it. I am, but I hope Punk, and I'm gonna predict Punk, man. But I don't know. I kind of see them picking Jay here. I think our champions coming out might be Jay and Cody Rhodes, and holy hell, that is evil, man.
Just shoot
That
me.
is horrible.
I mean,
That is
Which
that is horrible.
and two, that's the thing that's scaring me about this too, because who's to say WWE doesn't want CM Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship at Elimination Chamber if it does end up being in
Mhm.
Chicago? Who's to say they don't want him to win it there? So they'll do a Jey Uso heel turn here, and then have Punk and because they're gonna need a program for the winter season building up into the Royal Rumble and whatnot. So who's to say they don't want to have, heel Jey Uso going up against babyface CM Punk, and then Punk finally gets it at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. But again, there is a slight fear that that could be the case. However, man, this is the one and only time I am asking Triple H to just play it safe and give it to Punk, man, because
Please.
I don't think I have another world. I don't think I have another Jey Uso world title reign. I don't think I have it in me, man. I really don't. That is going to be an absolute bore fest again. Maybe it'll be different that he's a heel dude, but at the end of the day, um, WWE has lowered his in-ring style to 3 fucking moves, so I don't really think it's going to change much from the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and say Punk, just wishful thinking, but I do completely get where you're coming from, and I do just have a sneaky suspicion that there's just a little glimpse of a thought in the back of my mind. What are the odds that they're gonna have Jay fucking Uso win the heavyweight championship here? Again, I'm gonna say wishful thinking and hope not, but you never know. With this company, especially in 2025, you really never know with this company. But I'll go ahead and say Punk is my final prediction.
Hey, overall, I'll say Punk, man, but I don't know. I got a sneaking suspicion.
God. So yes, man, that is that. And we will be live on here tomorrow night for the Saturday night's main event review. So you guys can catch us tomorrow night after the show goes off the air with the post show review. And yeah, that is going to do it, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here. Week in news is a bit odd this week, man. Not really too many huge stories to go over at all, really. But we will we do appreciate you guys being here with us as always, man, spending a little bit of your Halloween with us. Again, happy Halloween to everybody. Again, whether you're a parent, trick-or-treating with your kids, whether you're trick-or-treating yourself, please guys, stay safe. Stay safe out there, man. Please enjoy your time, and again, have fun, most importantly.
Absolutely.
So happy Halloween to everybody. Again, stay safe. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today on your Halloween edition of the news. This has been episode 290. Thank you to everybody who came out. Manager Logan, Ribshot, thank you guys so very much as always, and it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice. Okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP. This has been episode 290. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. And with that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow night with the Saturday night's main event, Salt Lake City, Utah, official post-show review.
Peace.